And with that, welcome to PMD Halcyon, I think it's called. This is another mod for the PMDO engine, which got its Chapter 2 demo earlier this month, and well, without further ado, we're going to go into it. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. Ahead of you lies a world full of exciting adventures and mysteries to discover. Before you go, you need to make some important decisions. Please think carefully before choosing. Now, make your choices. Ah, hero and partner selection. What do we got here? Okay. Quite a wide selection. Gonna take Fennekin, because why not? Your partner. I think I'm going to go with a low level picks. What is your partner's nickname? It's highly recommended to give a nickname. I'm bad with names. I'm gonna go with full picks. I don't know. And would you like to skip? No. Chapter 1, Another Beginning. Eyes closed to dream of fantastical realms. Eyes open to meet with candid reality. Worlds apart, yet intertwined. Where does that leave you? No, can't stay awake. Alright. Every time I walk past the guild I get like this. It's hard not to feel down whenever it comes into my mind. I want to become an adventurer so badly, but... well, dwelling on it isn't going to do anything but make me feel worse. Exploring the forest should help me take my mind off it. Oh, I almost forgot. Oh. I see where the inspiration for that came from. I can't let Erleuchtet see me go into the forest. Is the mod creator German? I need to stick to the trees so he won't spot me. Looks like he didn't notice. Now I won't have to hear him later. I need to head on into Relic Forest before he looks my way. Alright. Head for the stairs, you can take enemies by pressing B. Yep. So, again, if you have not yet seen anything from PMDO, PMDO is basically a new engine for PMD, as you maybe noticed. Well, it's a pretty nice thing. Okay, it just explains how to use this menu right here. And from what I have read, yeah, you can hear a number of items, yep. It's supposed to be very similar to the basic Explorers formula. I think the mod creator itself called it like, the goal is to be like if Nintendo or Chunsoft went ahead and made another PMD game, so yeah, that's probably what to expect then. And we can only carry 4 items as it seems. Okay, it just explains the basic functionality of wonder tiles and food. And I think Lola and Vulpix wasn't a bad choice. It's a good tailed slab. Oh, it's a multi-hit move. Alright, Relic, Forest, Sanctum. I've been at it for a while. Looks like I've made it to the deepest part of the forest. I never understand why Erleuchtet thinks the forest is so dangerous. I've been here plenty of times before, but I can't help but feel glad every time I make it here. My own little adventuring success. Time to go check out my lucky charm while I'm here. Huh? What is that over there? Oh, someone's passed out in the grass. Hey, what happened? Are you alright? Oh no, come on, please be okay. Phew, you weren't waking up. You had me scared for a moment there. Well, I'm glad to see you're alright. My name's Vulpix. How did you end up here anyway? Nobody's really supposed to be out here. Huh? You don't know how you got here? That's worrisome. How would a Fennekin end up conked out here with no memory of it? What? I'm a Fennekin. This must be a dream. There's no way I really turned into a Fennekin. I'll just pitch myself right now and wake up. Ouch. I'm still here? This is actually real. I can't believe this. I really am a Fennekin. But how did this happen? I can't remember anything. Huh? You say you're actually a human? Are you trying to pull a fast one on me? I thought humans were just some myth. Besides, you look like a Fennekin to me. You're adamant that you're a human, huh? I'm having a hard time believing that a human could turn to a Pokemon. Is it really that hard to trust that I was human? As Vulpix doesn't believe me, would anyone else? I can't remember anything. What am I going to do? He looks stunned, actually. Maybe he's telling the truth after all. He even pinched himself like he was trying to wake up or something. There's no reason for someone to lie about this sort of thing, right? Hey, I thought about it a bit more and I think that maybe you're not lying after all. Your reaction seems genuine. Someone wouldn't just lie unconscious in a mystery dungeon claiming what you are as a joke. Even if it turns out your story isn't 100% true, I do think that you're being honest at least. Something strange certainly happened to you. But are you sure you can't remember anything at all? A name perhaps? I don't think I even remember something as simple as that. I could just pick something that I'd like to be called, I suppose. Well, my name is Argonian. I am your beautiful host today, and yeah. Wait, oh, I accidentally pressed B. Yes. I see. So, Argonian is your name. Glad to meet you, Argonian. I'm sorry for being skeptical before, but it's just hard to believe that a human could turn into a Pokemon. Even if you weren't a human, you think you were one. That's good enough for me. Alright, but it's getting late. I think you should come with me to the nearby town. You've lost your memory and turned into a Pokemon for some reason. It wouldn't be right to leave you all alone after all that you've told me. So, what do you say? Will you come with me? I can refuse! What? Argonian, you've lost your memory and turned into a Pokemon. Where else would you go? What else would you do? I can't, in a good conscience, leave you alone. So please, will you come back with me? Alright. I don't exactly have many options here. But Vulpix seems kinda tough. Sticking with her for now seems like a good idea. Besides, I have a strangely good feeling about Vulpix. Great, glad to hear it. Well, we'll have to trek back through the mystery dungeon to get there, though. I managed to get here by myself, so as long as we walk together, it'll be easy to get back through it. Before we leave, could you look at something with me for a moment? I want to show you something cool. Huh? There's a stone obelisk over here. I've explored here many times, but this tablet has always mystified me. If you look closely at it, you can see there's some sort of ancient script written on it. This is the only place I've ever seen letters like this, but I've no clue what the letters or the writing means. Isn't it amazing though? There must be some important history behind this tablet and the writing on it. Things like this just fascinate me so much. Anyways, I always rub the stone for some good luck when I come out here. Vulpix rubbed the ancient stone tablet. You should rub it too for luck too, Argonian. Vulpix right. There is bizarre writing on the tablet. I'll give it a rub for luck too then. Argonian rubbed the ancient stone tablet. Nothing seems out of the ordinary here, but something about this tablet feels strange to me. But why? There doesn't seem to be anything outstanding about this tablet. When you touched the tablet, you had some sort of strange feeling? That's weird, but if you don't know anything about it, so we don't know if it feels, if that feeling means something. It's something to keep in mind, I suppose. Too bad we don't know more about this tablet. I think it's time we headed towards town. If we stick together, we should be able to make it through the mystery dungeon in one piece. Alright, let's get a move on. Alright. So, Alright, I see. You actually don't wake up the sleeping Pokemon. That's interesting. I mean, it's definitely including the usual player starter tips you would normally expect in a PMD game. And I don't know if it is possible in PMDO, but maybe actually descending floors, like from 6F down to like 1F. Would be pretty interesting, or would be pretty nice, but I don't know if that is possible in this engine. And I still have to get used to the range of moves. To the range of the moves you have. Like, yeah, Ember's 2 tiles, and Ice Shot is like 3 apparently. Alright. What does a Wish actually do here? Ah, healing. Right, makes sense. I think these two were a good combo. Looks like we made it out of the forest. For someone who claims to be a human, you were pretty impressive in that dungeon, Argonian. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you've done this before. Maybe. This isn't really the place to talk. Can you come with me? Huh? What is the problem with talking here? Oh well, I guess I should follow Vulpix anyway. Thank you, follow me. Alright, this spot is better to talk. Huh? What was wrong with staying by the pond? Oh, I may as well be honest with you. Do you remember earlier how I said nobody was supposed to be in Relic Forest? Well, that includes me. I didn't want to linger around the pond because our town elder lives there. He forbids anyone from entering due to some supposed danger lurking inside. If he saw me by the entrance, he'd know that I've been in there again. That's why we stayed close to the trees when we left the pond. He has bad eyesight, so he can't see us if we use the trees as cover. That means Vulpix has been in there more than once. But why would she go there multiple times if she's not allowed? I go there a lot because it makes me feel like an adventurer. Ever since I was young, I've wanted to be an adventurer. And the adventurers in the guild do so much important and exciting work. I want to do what they do too. What? You don't know what an adventurer is? Oh, right. I almost forgot who I'm speaking to. Adventurers are the best. They do all sorts of amazing things. Exploring lands untouched for centuries, filled with hidden treasures, helping Pokemon in need and bringing outlaws to justice, forging friendships with Pokemon from all around the world. These things I dream of doing. Don't you think it's exciting too? I have to say, that does sound like a lot of fun. I'm glad you think so too. I've been wanting to sign up to apprentice, but the guild, to the English, at the guild, so I could be an adventurer, but I can't. You see, the guild doesn't allow anyone to apply for apprenticeship without a teammate. Adventuring is a team effort. It's a lot harder to adventure without a partner. Working as a team is a part of the culture too. Adventuring alone just isn't the same experience. My problem is that there's no one who's willing to form a team with me. Well, that's just sad. So it's impossible for me to join the guild. I'm just a pretender stuck exploring at the local forest. Sorry. Anyway, that's why I was in Relic Forest. If I can't join the guild and become an adventurer, at least I can go on my own little adventures in the forest. Vulpix. But enough about me. What about you, Argonian? You woke up in the forest with no memory, transformed into a Pokemon. What are you going to do now? Do you have anywhere to go? Well, this may be sudden, but could I ask you something? Would you please form an adventuring team with me? It's just, after seeing how you handled yourself back in Relic Forest, I thought that we would make a good team. You have a lot of natural talent for this. You also don't have anywhere else to go, and you seem to like adventuring. So please, what do you say? Should I do it? Being an adventurer sounds fun, but I don't know Vulpix that well. But what else would I even do? I don't know anybody else. Should I team up with Vulpix? No thanks. What, but I really think we would make a great duo. We worked so well together in Relic Forest. And with your amnesia, I'm worried about what would happen to you if you had nobody to help you. We both would really benefit from sticking together, so please, I'm begging you, form an adventuring team with me. Alright. I really don't have anywhere to go or anyone else to turn to. Vulpix has been kinda honest with me so far. I feel like I can trust her. I can't think of any good reason not to do. And being an adventurer sounds really cool. Alright, then it's decided. Who knows, maybe together we'll figure out why I turned into a Pokemon. Really? Thank you. We're going to make a great team. We'll go on such amazing journeys together. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Before anything else, we need to sign up at the guild. Top-class adventurers from all over the world meet there to find jobs and exchange news. Some Pokemon live in the guild and train together to become great adventurers. That's what we're going to do, too. The guild is in Metano Town. We're actually on the outskirts of town right now. No, I can't contain myself any longer. Come on, to the guild. Let's go, let's go. Hey, wait up. Alright, we have a very energetic partner. Sorry, Agonian. I guess I got a little too excited. I know you're probably curious about the town, but we need to go to the guild before it gets any later. The Adventurers Guild is just across that bridge. I'm very excited, and I hope you are too, but I can't help but feel nervous. You may have figured it out, but I've been here before to apply. I was so scared. It took me ages to gather my courage just to step foot inside the guild. And, well, obviously it didn't turn out too good for me. I understand why Vulpix would feel apprehensive coming here even now. But they only turned her away But they only turned her away because she didn't have a partner. Now that I'm here, there shouldn't be any issue, right? Yeah, I know. With you, I shouldn't have anything to worry about. I still have butterflies in my stomach, though. Alright. I think I'm as ready as I'm gonna be. Let's go. Alright. That's actually beautiful. Hi Vulpix, glad to see you. I'm on sentry duty as usual. Who is this? I've never seen you before. Hi there. I'm glad to see you too, Hugo. Hugo? Hyako? I'm just gonna go with Hugo. This is Argonian. He's a friend of mine who's new to town. It's nice to meet you, Argonian. My name's Hugo. What is this? Hugo? Man, names. So what brings you to the guild? We've come to speak with the guildmaster about English. I'm too stupid for that word, actually. Wow, really? I'd love to have more guildmates. More friends is always great. I hope you two get to join. Wait here, you guys. I need to let them know you're coming before you go in. Alright. I didn't realize Hugo was so excitable, but he seemed very glad to hear we wanted to join the guild. That's gotta be a good sign, right? I feel a little more confident right now, at least. It's reassuring that we only just got here and we're already being taken so kindly. But is this really the guild? Is it a tree? I was expecting something different. Okay, you two are good to head in. You need to speak to Phileas. He's in Noctown. He'll be looking for you on the second floor. Thanks, Hugo. We'll go find Phileas on the second floor then. Good luck. I know you two can do it. Alright. Wow. The guild is all inside a tree? It's incredible that the entire guild was built inside a tree, isn't it? This tree has been here as long as anyone can remember, but the guild itself was built a little after I hatched. How old does that make Vulpix then? How old am I in this form, for that matter? I'll have to tell you more about the town and its history later. But for now, we shouldn't keep Phileas waiting. There's more things to see on the upper levels anyway, come on. Oh, wait a sec. One more thing before we go up. I know all of this might be overwhelming and sudden given your amnesia, but we shouldn't tell anyone that you were a human or that you lost your memory. I believe that you were human at one point, but I don't think anyone else will. Or that they'll just think we're crazy. And if that happens, we don't have any chance of being accepted to train here. So please, let's just keep it to ourselves for now. Alright. I'm sorry that we need to keep it a secret. I promise we'll get to the bottom of your amnesia someday. Alright. Let's not keep Phileas waiting any longer. Alright. This place is actually huge. And the artwork is amazing on this. Actually, it's pretty nice. I was stunned when I stepped inside the guild for the first time too. It's surprising to see so many Pokemon inside this tree, right? It sure is a lot to take in. There's so many Pokemon. I imagine most of these Pokemon are adventurers. I have to say, I feel strangely comforted being here. I wonder why. You two, who just came in? Greetings. As you may already know, my name is Phileas. Hugo informed me that 2 Pokemon were coming in who required me. That would be you two, correct? Yes, that would be us. I see. What business do you have with the guild today? The 2 of us are here oh man, I'm too nervous to say anything. Vulpix seems tensed up. Is she too nervous to speak? I'd better say something. Oh, you wish to approach Tisa here at the guild? Yes, that is right. Oh, I believe I recall now. You've been here before, have you not? Vulpix, was it? Yes, sir. Ah, I remember now. You applied here before, but you didn't have a partner. Looks like you've managed to find one, though, What would your name be? So Argonian is your name. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Argonian. On to business. As it so happens, we have one opening for a team to apprentice at the guild. Really? Indeed. However, it is not up to me to decide. Would have to speak with the guildmaster. He is the one who decides who may study here. Please let us speak to the guildmaster then. Very well. I will take you to see the guildmaster. You will? Yes. Now, please follow behind me to the guildmaster's office. Man, this artwork is actually really cool. This is the top level of the guild. This is where guild members work and live. The guildmaster's office is just over here. Please come with me. Please wait here. I'm going to notify the guildmaster of your arrival. Wow, I can't believe we're about to meet the guildmaster. The first time I came here I only met with Phileas. I didn't get to see the guildmaster. He's a world-famous adventurer, and we're going to meet him. I knew we'd have to see him eventually, but I'm still starstruck. I don't know much about this guildmaster, but Vulpix seems to have a high opinion of him. I'm interested to see what he's actually like. I'm excited to meet the guildmaster, but I'm also kinda intimidated. I've got butterflies in my stomach again. I feel so uneasy about this. Do you really think they'll let us join Argonian? Truthfully, I don't know what's going to happen once we step through that door. But given my amnesia and Vulpix nerves, our odds don't seem too great to me. Even so, I have this strong feeling that everything's going to work out. This feeling, it makes me certain we'll join the guild. You really think so? I still feel a little apprehensive, but if you have confidence, then I should too. As long as I do my best to keep my nerves in check, I sure will do fine. I apologize for the delay. I had some matters to discuss with the guildmaster. He's ready to see you two. Please come with me into his quarters. Alright, it's a Tropius. Ah, just named guildmaster. Two prospective teams in one day. I don't think that's ever happened before. These are the two Pokemon I informed you of, Guildmaster. Howdy, my name is Penticus, and I'm the Guildmaster here. Phileas has told me that the two of you want to apprentice at the guild. That's wonderful. The world could always use more adventurers. I don't think I got your names though. Could you tell me them, please? My name is... Come on, I can't get cold feet now. I just need to have a little confidence. It'll be scary, but I know I can do it. My name is Vulpix. Vulpix and Argonian, alright. It's nice to meet the both of you. I understand that you two want to train here at the guild. Do either of you have any experience adventuring already? Not really, we're pretty new to it. But we want to train here so we can become great adventurers like you are. Ha, you flatter me. It's alright if you don't have any experience. That's what apprenticing is for, right? Before you can sign up with us though, I do need to ask the two of you an important question. Don't be nervous, this isn't some sort of test of knowledge or anything. So it's crucial that you answer honestly. Your answer is only wrong if you lie. Of course, ask us anything, Guildmaster. Great, now first, let's hear from Vulpix. Why do you want to become an adventurer? Well, that's an easy one. I want to do all the things that adventurers do. I want to explore new places, help Pokemon that in trouble, and make friends all around the world. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll find some treasure too. That would be cool. Adventurers sure do a lot of amazing things, don't we? Helping other Pokemon is one of the most important jobs. In doing so, we get so many unique and interesting Pokemon. A lot of Pokemon think that adventuring is about the treasure, but that's a bonus, not the purpose. You seem to understand it though. What about you, Argonian? That's a good question actually. I haven't put that much thought into it. It sounded fun, sure, but I didn't really have any other option given my circumstances. And I'm not really sure what my answer is then. Why do I want to be an adventurer? I mean, it's a lot of fun. I guess it just sounded fun when Vulpix described it to me. I'll go with that as my answer then. I see. It is true that adventuring can be a lot of fun. But keep in mind that it's not always fun and games. It can be very serious work at times. That's all I needed to hear from you two. What do you think, Phileas? I have no quarrels, Guildmaster. That's what I figured. In that case, congratulations! You two are now an official guild adventuring team. Really? We did it! We're in the guild, Argonian. I can't believe it. Your training will start tomorrow, but before that I need to update our records with your info. I have most of what I already need, but I still need your team's name. If you decided on one? A team name. What do you think our name should be? Well, we go again with Team Rayaza as usual. Rayaza. I like it. Alright then, I'll register you as Team Rayaza. Before I go and dive into the wonderful world of paperwork though, I need to give you the essential items that all adventurers carry. This box contains all the special tools that adventurers use. Go ahead, open it. Argonian opened the box. Inside the box there was a wonder map, a set of adventurer badges, a treasure bag, and a pair of synergy scarves. Wow, there's a ton of items in there. You should find these items useful in your adventures to come. The wonder map will help you locate discovered areas. It should keep you from getting lost. The adventurer badges are incredible too. Not only are they unique trackers in case something should ever happen to you, they can also be used to rescue Pokemon in danger. You can use them to warp out from the end of a dungeon too. That way you won't need to backtrack through the dungeon to get home. The treasure bag is self-explanatory. If you do enough good adventuring work, it will be upgraded to carry more items. Lastly, a pair of synergy scarves. These scarves are very special, so special in fact that they cannot be lost even if you faint in a dungeon. By themselves, the scarves won't do anything. But if the both of you wear the scarves and are close to each other, then the scarves will give you a number of useful boons. They also make a great fashion statement. Oh man. Give a pair to all of our apprentices to help encourage teamwork. Please make good use of them. These items are amazing. Thank you, Guildmaster. Of course, I expect great things from you two, so work hard at your training. We'll train real hard. We're gonna do what it takes to become a great adventurer. Right, Argonian? Yeah. Alright. These will be your quarters while you train here at the guild. There are some furnishings here already. You may use them as you will. This room is amazing. Thank you so much, Phileas. These are some nice beds. Argonian, come on, come sit on one of these. Well, I'm sorry for my English. For a pile of straws, this bed is actually quite comfy. I may have lost my memory and turned to a Pokemon, but after meeting Vulpix and joining this guild, I can't help but feel excited. I've transformed into a Pokemon, and yet I'm happy. I can't really describe it, but I feel right at home. Told you, didn't I? I am pleased to hear that you like the room. Your training starts tomorrow. Make sure to get plenty of rest. Our daily routine starts bright and early. Do not be late. But it is not that late in the day quite yet, is it? I suggest you use the time to explore the guild and meet some of your fellow guildmates. We could save time on introductions tomorrow that way. That's a great idea. We'll get to it after we settle in. Very good. I will leave you to it then. I am off to assist the guildmaster on updating our records. Can you believe this, Argonian? We're really going to be adventurous. This feels surreal to me. I've never thought this would ever happen. It feels like a dream. Being here in this guild is the least surreal thing to happen to me today. Still, it's fantastic that we managed to join up with the guild. I'm pretty excited about it. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun adventuring with Vulpix. Come on, let's go meet some of our guildmates. We'll come back later when it's time to sleep. Adventurer's tip: the game will automatically save your progress every step you make in a dungeon. Alright. You can manually record, make a record of your progress by climbing to the bed and by selecting save. Yeah, I understand. Cancel. Alright. Let's have a look around here. Okay. This looks like one of the bedrooms. Nobody seems to be here right now. Let's check some of the other rooms. This is Almot's almanac, along with the book's papers on the floor. What? But there's a lot of work that needs to go into this almanac, which will be done in a later date. It'll have some lore, gameplay tips, etc. So look forward to it. Alright. I will. I just thought collision was strange there. But I looked wrong. Okay, we have more rooms. Yeah, still the same. Is there anything here? Yeah, actually. Previous scouting missions only found ruins dotted around. How large are we talking here? Nothing big, just broken pieces of small statues, pillar bases, that sort of thing. But they were scattered all about. They weren't confined to a single part of the mountain range. That does make finding the entrance difficult. Maybe we can figure out if there's any pattern to the ruins. I hope so. Or it's gonna be a real pain in the tail to find the place. Like you would know what a brain in the tail is. Crumb has been so rude lately. Every time I talk to him, he's in a mood. We always end up bickering because he won't be civil. Guess you could say that Crumb and you have butting heads recently. Yeah, that's just a lumpy. Very funny. Bet you're real proud of that one. You know it. Anyway, we should prepare for the long haul of this trek. We have no idea how long. Hey, look, we have some company. I don't think I've seen you around the guild before. Are you guys new recruits? How did you know? Usually when a pair of Pokemon we don't know show up uninvited in our room, it's the newest rookies looking around the place. Oh, sorry, we didn't mean to intrude. Don't worry about it. Not like anyone else in the guild respects privacy. So don't be surprised later when I'm in your room, rummaging through your stuff. Alright. Come on, don't freak out the rookies. They haven't found out yet that you're not funny. Hey, I just haven't broken out my best material yet. Like all your material, I've heard that one before. Oh, don't be so cold. Anyways, ignore Kino here and his bad jokes. My name is Rainier. It's me to grade the two of you. Yeah, just exactly what I thought. It's great to meet you too. I'm Vulpix and my partner is Argonian. Glad to have you both here in the guild. Name's Kino, by the way. Whoa, I really forgot. This is Crumb. Nearly slipped my mind to introduce him. Say hello, Crumb. You guys, listen to me for a second. I don't know if you can tell, but Rainier is a bit on the odd side. I mean, I love the guy, but he's definitely a little off. Anyway, he thinks his tail is alive or something. He gave it a name and everything. I know it's weird, but it's best if you just play along, trust me. Alright, play along. This is pretty strange though. It's a pleasure to meet you, Crumb. Wow, I've never seen Crumb be so nice to someone he just met. The two might be something special. Thanks, I think. Alright. Look at you guys getting all chummy with Crumb. By the way, if you gate crashers ever need help with anything, especially exploring, come see me or Rainier. We're the best explorers at the guild. After the guildmaster, of course. Yeah, we are the most senior apprentices here, so come to us if you need advice or help. Crumb and I would be glad to tutor you anytime. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, what else have we got here? So we got the guildmasters. Oh. How many times do I have to tell you? Stop sneaking in here for snacks after dinner. Hold on, you're not Kino. Who are you? Only guild members are supposed to be up here on the top floor. Oh, really? We didn't know that. By the way, we're allowed to be up here. We just joined the guild earlier today. We're exploring different rooms to say hello to everyone. Oh, alright. I didn't realize we had new recruits today. Well, welcome to the guild. You'd better not be here to steal snacks either. No, we didn't even know there was food in here before we walked in. Oh, sorry. I'm a bit on the edge because Kino keeps trying to sneak food out after dinner. If he's so hungry, he should just eat more at dinner. I can't stand him sometimes. Does he not like my meals or something? Well, whatever. No use getting too worked up about it. So, is this the dining room? That's right. This is where the guild members have our meals. I'm the chef, Coco. I cook all the delicious meals that the guild gets to enjoy. I was so worked up before that I forgot to ask you your names. What are they, my future connoisseurs? My name is Vulpix and my friend here is Argonian. Vulpix, Argonian, welcome again to the guild. You know, you're both very lucky to join a guild with such a great chef. Just wait until you get a taste of some of my specialities. caviar pit covered in barberi paste, pickled chartis with a wakan sauce. I've even been working on a dish using jaboka and rova berries. Some real high class delicacies. Yeah, those do sound quite appetizing. None of those sound any good. I don't even think I've heard of some of those berries before. Obelisk doesn't seem to be too thrilled by those dishes. Is that her personal taste, or are those meals just awful? I don't really know how food tastes as a Pokemon. It's good to see you can recognize my talent as a chef. Of course, the meals I'd like to prepare, like the ones I just told you, require exotic ingredients. But it's hard to find those sorts of delicacies, and the Guildmaster only stocks basic provisions. So I typically only get to make more plebeian meals. Of course, I can still make excellent meals even with the basics. I can make all sorts of things with orange, lapis and apples. I'm just that talented. Oh, thank goodness. You can't go wrong with those at least. Sounds like you're a great chef. I can't wait to have some of your food tomorrow. Tomorrow's meal won't be my best work because of the ingredients, but I'm sure with my skill and talent you will enjoy it nonetheless. I'm looking forward to the day you get to enjoy a truly exquisite meal using the finest ingredients. Alright. Okay, what do we have down here? Why yes, Coco, I'd laugh and now I can't eat Oran. Goodness, are you alright? Oh, no, did I hurt you? I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. It was an accident, I'm sorry. That bonk was enough to give me a second case of amnesia. Are you okay? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to barge into you like that. Oh, thank goodness. I'm glad you're not hurt. I hate even the idea of hurting others. If I had hurt you, I'd... But you're okay, hooray! What had you in such a hurry anyway? Oh, I'm just taking care of the chores around the guild. I have so much to do tonight that I have to run to get them all done before bedtime. Hey, I just realized I've never seen either of you before. Who are you guys? Right, we haven't introduced ourselves. I'm Vulpix and my partner he bumped in is Argonian. We're a new adventuring team. We just joined the guild a little while ago. New guild members. That's more work to add to my chore list. But don't worry about that. It's not trouble at all. It's not that much work. It's part of my job, so it's no problem. I'm Rin. I'm an apprentice here at the guild too. Glad to meet you, Rin. What were you up to in that room behind you anyway? That's the Guildmaster's quarters. I was tidying up in there for him. The Guildmaster's quarters, huh? I figured that the room we spoke to him was his quarters. He must have been in this office. His actual bedroom is right down this hall. But the Guildmaster doesn't like anyone going into his room. He only allows me to, so I can take care of the chores. So please don't go in his room. I don't want to see you guys getting in trouble. Oh, alright, we'll stay away from that room then. Thank you. I'm glad I caught you before you wandered in there by accident. If you ever need help with anything, let me know, okay? I promise I won't ram into you again like earlier. Sorry again. I have to get back to my chores before it gets any later. Stay safe. Well, that was something. I wonder how often she bumps into others like that. She's nice enough, though. I bet there's really cool trinkets and treasures in the Guildmaster's room. Surely a world-class adventurer would have found a lot of cool stuff. We can't go in there, though. I'd like to see some of his treasures someday, though. Does it let me? Nah. Okay, what is on the right here? Looks like food. But hey, the artwork for this game is definitely amazing. Okay. This is where the guild posts jobs and requests for adventurers to take. Lots of different Pokemon gather here every day. I'm sure we'll meet all kinds of Pokemon here. You know, before today, this was just the only part of the guild's interior I'd seen. Without a partner, they didn't even give me a shot to become a apprentice. So I never saw the upstairs area of the Guildmaster until today. But that's okay. We're with the guild now, and that's all that matters. We're going to make a fantastic team, Argonian. I know we're gonna do great. But can I talk to them? No. I can't talk to Granados. I don't think I've seen you around before. Are you guys a new adventuring team? Yeah, we're Team of Ayasa. We just joined the guild today. Okay, I was worried there was a local team I hadn't documented in my almanac. I didn't recognize your faces, so I thought maybe you missed the team. Wait, did you just say you signed up with the guild? That's right. Then that means we're guildmates. I'm Almots. I was the newest member at the guild before you two came along. This is great. I finally have juniors that I can teach stuff to. I'll have to show you guys my almanac. I think maybe you could learn from it. Almanac? Yeah, everything I learn about adventuring I write down in my almanac. Adventuring teams, expedition discoveries, and dungeoneering techniques and knowledge. It's all in my almanac so that myself and others can all learn everything there is to know about adventuring. Wow, that's amazing. I bet me and Argonian could learn a lot of useful things from something like that. When do you think we could look at your almanac? Anytime you want. I'm always happy to share everything I've documented. But just so you know, there's actually a few books I write stuff in. It helps me keep the information more organized. Each book is for a different topic. Since I'm still kinda new, there isn't too much in them yet, but I add them as I learn. So I'm sure soon enough there'll be more pages that you can count. Anyway, I keep them in my room. Feel free to read through them anytime. I never got your names. My name's Vulpix and my partner over here is Argonian. Vulpix and Argonian. Okay, I'll have to make a note of that. I'm looking forward to learning and training at the guild here with you, Team Arayaza. We are all gonna learn how to be great adventurers. I just know it. Alright. We have rubble? Sorry boss, I'll try to do better next time. Primona. You dolt. We couldn't reach the end because you aren't doing your part. How is Team Starlight ever going to make a name for itself if you don't pick up the slack? Alright. We are Team Round. We're called that because our signature attack is the move round. Rollund. Plum. Okay. Not all adventuring teams work for the guild. Some teams, like ours, come here to find jobs posted on the boards. Chumby. Let's hurry up and find tomorrow's job, guys. It's getting late and I wanna eat. I'm starving. I don't think we should be taking jobs. We only just joined. Let's come back another time. Hey Gonin, where are you going? I know you might want to look around town, but since we've just joined, I don't think we should leave. Let's look around the guild some more. Haven't I talked to everyone already? Or did I miss something? The door here is locked. Did I miss something? I mean, talking to those just brings up the menu. Ah wait, I have to talk to Cranidos from the back. Alright. What do you want? I can't you see I'm doing something here? My partner here and I just joined the guild so we were— Wait, you guys were allowed into the guild? What a laugh. The guildmaster is just letting anyone in, isn't he? Huh? I mean, look at you. Total rookies. Have you ever done any adventuring? Only a little, but... A little? I knew it. I could just tell you that you're complete and total rookies. And that look on your face, you're all flustered. What's your deal? We just wanted to say hello to you. My deal is that I have no respect for a bunch of greenhorns like you. Especially when they waltz in here and bother me when I'm scouting outlaws. It's unbelievable. Are you for real? What's unbelievable is how big of a jerk you are. Is something the matter, Ganlon? Ganlon? What? No? I was just having a conversation with the guild's newest recruits. Oh, there's new recruits? Where are they? They are right here. You're the new recruits. It's great to meet you. My name's Shuka. And this sweetie is Ganlon. Sweetie? What are your names? Oh, I bet you have a cool team name. My name's Vulpix and my partner here is Argonian. We're Team Rayaza. Great to meet the both of you. And I love your team name, Rayaza. Rolls right off the tongue. Oh, thank you. I'm happy to meet you too. Ganlon? Aren't you going to say something to our new friends? Of course. It's nice to meet the both of you. Likewise. Huh? Is something wrong? Ganlon wasn't being a mean again, was he? Oh, no, everything's fine. Oh, good. I was afraid he was being a big meanie again. I can't really, he can get really grumpy whenever we have trouble bringing in an outlaw. Today was a slippery one. Isn't that right, Ganlon? Well, don't mind him. He gets really bashful sometimes. Anyway, you're gonna have a lot of fun working with the guild. We're gonna do all sort of fun stuff together now that you've joined. Me and Gunlon can even show you some ways to take down bad guys sometime. We'll have a blast. That sounds great, Sugar. I can't wait. Good luck to you two. It's back to finding tomorrow's a baddie to beat for me to now. English. Hey Argonian, it's getting pretty late. We should probably head back to our room and hit the hay for tonight. Let's head there whenever you're ready. Yeah, I have talked to everyone, so I guess I'm ready to do so. It's getting late, and I think we've looked around the guild enough. Do you want to hit the hay for today? Yes. Alright, let's call it a day then. Tomorrow's going to be a big day, so we need to get plenty of rest. Good night, Argonian. Hey, are you awake, Argonian? Today's been absolutely crazy, hasn't it? I've been wanting to join the guild for so long. Now that I'm here, I feel so happy. I'm having trouble falling asleep. I was so nervous, but everyone here has been so kind and welcoming. Well, almost everyone. But either way, I feel so much more at ease now. Even the guildmaster. He was so down to earth and nice, I was surprised. We're going to go on all sorts of adventures starting tomorrow. It's kind of scary, but I'm excited about it too. We'll learn and experience so much, and have a lot of fun too. And it's all because you decided to form this team with me, Argonian. It really means a lot to me. So, thank you for joining the guild with me, Argonian. We'd better try to get some sleep. We don't want to be exhausted in the morning. Let's give it our all tomorrow, okay? Good night, Argonian. First I turned to Pokemon, now I'm a apprentice at the guild. Everything is moving so fast, but I can't help but feel thrilled about all of this. Being friends with Vulpix, all the adventures we're gonna go on. Just thinking about it has me pumped. But I think that's what puzzles me the most. Shouldn't I be feeling scared instead? Why do I feel so at ease? I turned to a Pokemon, I lost my memories, and I was lying unconscious near a strange tablet in the forest. So, shouldn't I be feeling more uneasy? I guess there isn't any point in trying to get myself psyched about my situation. It's probably for the best I'm enjoying this. I should just go along with things for now and enjoy guild life with Vulpix. I'm sure Vulpix and I will get to the bottom of this eventually. Eventually. Save and continue, I guess. Chapter 2, the first mission. The next morning. Good morning, it's time to get up. Wake up, sleepyheads, it's a bright new day. Huh? Oh, good morning, Rin. Good morning. Nothing like a heel bell to wake you up, huh? It's time for the morning meeting, don't be late, especially on your first day. Huh? Morning meeting? Yep, the guild gathers for a briefing every morning. Just come over to the lobby area and you'll see. Looks like the meeting is about to start. Don't waddle too long. Good morning, Agonia. Hope you slept well. We'd better get over to the lobby before we miss the meeting. Come on. Alright, I guess. Alright, looks like we have everyone now. Everyone's here now, I guess. Howdy, Pokemon. If you don't already know, we have a new recruit. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Team Rayaza, Argonian and Vulpix. Thank you, everyone. Be sure to treat them with the same respect and kindness you treat any other apprentice. But that goes without saying, of course. Well, there's nothing else on the docket. That's the only announcement for today. But before we start today's work, what do we always say? One for all, and all for one. Alright, Pokemon, let's get to the day's adventure. Alright. Team Rayaza, would you come speak with me for a moment, please? How are you two doing? Slept well last night? Get acquainted with any of the apprentices yet? Yep, the room at Betsy gave us a great. We went around yesterday and introduced ourselves to all the other apprentices too. I'm glad to hear that. Seems like you're settling in fine then. On to business. As it is your first day, let me to explain how your guild training will work. Every morning after the daily meeting, Phileas will give you an assignment for the day. This could be taking requests from the boards downstairs or tasks Phileas comes up with for you. Make sure to speak with him before you leave for the day and that you do whatever he asks of you. If you have any trouble, you can always ask any of your fellow guildmates for help, including me. Oh, and we have dinner just after sunset, so make it back by then if you want to have Coco's cooking. Now, Phileas, if you would, I've got to get some work done in my office. Of course, Guildmaster. As you heard from the Guildmaster, I will be leading your training initiative. Since you are inexperienced, I would like you to go to Lydian Dojo and take the basic lesson with Sensei Lotus. Lydian Dojo? Lydian Dojo is a local training facility. Please speak with the sensei there and request the basic lesson. She will teach you the basics of adventuring and dungeoneering. It is imperative that you learn these skills before you do any actual adventuring work. Once you leave the guild, go over the bridge and head east. There is a ladder that will lead down into a cave where the dojo is located. Ah, I was hoping to do something a little more exciting, but we are new, I guess. Oh well, Phileas will head right over to the dojo. Very good. Make sure not to come back to the guild too late, or you will miss dinner. Alright. What about this one? Zola and Devia. Too weak. Well, what about this one? Not a real challenge. You're scared of fighting a real outlaw or something. Had to make sure to pick one you'd be able to handle, seeing how you're so delicate and all. Ain't that a convenient excuse? Yeah, now stop being so picky. Team rivals get a bad rep if you keep us here instead of in the field catching outlaws. Alright. Town, I guess. That's the way towards the housing area. Alright. Yeah, I understood. That must be the ladder to the dojo over there. Let's get into it. Wow, I've never realized there was a cavern like this beneath town. I've passed by that ladder so many times, but I've never actually been down here. This must be the dojo, right? Let's see if we can find the sensei so we can do our training. Excuse me? Yes, is there something I can help you with? My partner and I here were sent by the guild to ask Sensei Lotus for the basic lesson. Do you know where she is? Sensei Lotus. She's in one of the training areas, right this way. Sensei Lotus, could you come here? Could you come out here? Yes, what is it, Totor, my pupil? The suppression teas from the guild are here for the basic lesson. Oh, is that so? Yes, you will make fine students in my dojo. I am Sensei Lotus. You are here for the basic lesson, yes? Yeah, Phileas sent us here to get trained. Oh yeah, very well. You will do the beginner lesson then. But I sense that perhaps you may somehow already know the basics of adventuring, yes? If that is the case, you may train the normal maze, one of the training mazes instead. I'm not sure which one is best for us. Skip tutorial. We'll do the normal maze then. Gotcha. Do not be too hasty, my students. Are you sure you do not wish to take the beginner lesson? I'm pretty sure I know how PMD works. Very well, but at first, would you tell me your names, my students? Alright, I'm Vulpix and my partner is Argonin. Okay, I will show you to the normal maze then. Training mazes act similar to mystery dungeons, but are designed for training. Any items and money on you when you enter will be sent to storage though. Be sure to make a visit to Auntie Kanga and Varko in town after to get your belongings back. Enough talk, now let us begin your training. Normal maze. I mean, I'm genuinely pretty sure I know how this here works. Level 6, nice. Ah. Moves actually also trigger Wonder Field, so that's interesting. Okay, also grew level up to 6, that is nice. Does it actually have 3? No, it only has 2 range. Alright, stairs are here. So I don't think the dungeon is going to be too long, since it's basically the tutorial thing that I kinda skipped. But hey, I don't know, maybe it's a long one. Tail slap actually seems kinda strong. Okay, no power points on Ember anymore. Unfortunate, but I think I've got a leopard berry, didn't I? Yeah. So worst case, I can still heal with that. And level 7, nice. I mean, one thing that's definitely great about the engine is that the combat is quite different from the usual PMD combat, with especially more emphasis on the range of moves. Alright. I do wonder how long it is though, this training maze. Okay, just 5 floors. Good. Oh, you did it! You successfully completed the normal maze. We did it, Argonian. Congratulations to the both of you for finishing the normal maze. But this is only the beginning of your journey. There is still so much training for you ahead. There will be more training mazes and lessons for you to take as you grow as an adventurer. So please come back anytime you wish to train or learn. We will, thank you, Sensei Lotus. Until we meet again. Alright, I guess I can leave. The training wasn't so bad. I feel like I learned a lot. We should go back there soon again to train more. You know, it hasn't gotten too late in the day yet. There's time before we have to go back to the guild. Now's the perfect opportunity to show you around Metano Town. Let's see, where to start. Oh, of course, the market. There's tons of useful shops there. It's right over this way, follow me. Alright. This here is Metano Town Market. There's all sorts of neat stores here. This here's the Kangaskhan shop. It's run by a pair of brothers, Lars and Zix. They sell all sorts of great items there, especially for adventurers like us. And that over there is the Kangaskhan Storage. Auntie Kanga will watch over any items we leave with her. If there's any items we don't want to lose, we can store them there. This is also where Sensei Lotus sent the items we had on us when we started training. If we want to get those back, we'll need to speak with Auntie Kanga. Katrine there runs an appraisal service. She can open any locked boxes we may find on our adventure. If we ever need help with opening up some locked up treasure, she's the one who we'll need to see. Over here we have the Crow Bank. We can save our money there with Varko. And over here we have Isanor. He's a bit absent-minded, but he can help us relearn and forget moves. Next we have Swigoy's swap shop. You can normally swap special items here with Swigoy, but it seems like he isn't in right now. I think there's a few other businesses in town, but these are the main ones anyway. We should take a closer look at some of those stores here and then head over to the west side of town. That's where all the houses are. Most townfolk live over there. We should have time to do this before we head back to the guild for dinner. Alright, let's take a look around. Perfect. What do we got here? I'm broke. Alright. Gonna store everything. And... I see, alright. Gonna take like an oranberry and an apple with me. Oh, and take the synergy scarves with me. Alright, what do you got here? I have 41 poke. Ha! Come and strike a pose with me. Baker. We are Team Cadence. We love to dance. I like to think of Cadence as can you dance? So, can you dance with me? Alright. Mierich. This is the best spot in town to dance. There's a lot of open space and far by the tree that plays the best music. Can't get enough of his tunes. Hello there. Fancy music? Oh! We have a lot from Zwei. The Archer's Adventure. Keklian Shop Theme. Oh. French Bluff and Merfolk Dojo. We have a lot here, don't we? We have GTI songs in here. Sky Tower from Rescue Team mit English. Ah, need to boss battle trimmed. Ah, Mystifying Forest, Miracles. Heartwarming we have here, man, that's amazing. Growing Anxiety. Why can't we play Growing Anxiety in this? Oh, amazing. This brings back memories from another game. What else do we have here with Battlefield? From Ithrian Odyssey. Alright. Died in Blood. Okay. A lot of dungeon themes it looks like. I think base town is good for now. But that's pretty nice too. Alright, here we have housing areas, looks like. Ergoin, look over there. And this map is actually huge. Yes, I will, I'm gonna catch Caddy. Some of the local children are playing tag. They're cute. Oh, that's pretty cute. They throw off a lot of energy. Nabo. Now what, it's almost time for dinner, sweetie. Did you finish all of your chores like I asked? No, Mom, I've been playing with Khalil all day. You haven't done them yet. Well, you better march home and take care of them right now, mister. But I don't want to. I hate doing my chores. Now, but you know you need to help out around the house now. Please don't make this difficult. I don't care. I hate having to do all these chores all the time. I don't want to do them anymore. I want to play with Khalil. Mother's making a scene. I don't want to look like a poor mother in front of other parents with English. I need to do something. Mother, if you don't go home right now and finish your chores, there will be no dinner for you, mister. But... No buts, mister. You head home right now. Not fair. I'm sick of you telling me what to do all the time. I wish I was grown up so I didn't have to listen to you anymore. Well, until that day, you have to do as I say. No march. I don't know what I'm going to do with that boy. I never liked to see families fight, but I guess it's something that's inevitable. I feel like there was more to that fight than a regular family squabble, but I guess it's not really any of our business anyway. Well, it can't be helped. I hope we're able to get along soon. Anyways, this part of town is where most of the residents live. Pokemon here are pretty friendly and welcoming. Scenes like that don't usually happen. And whenever you're done exploring the town, we can head back to the guild. I'm sure it'll be time for dinner soon. I worked up an appetite at the dojo today, and I'm sure you did too. Alright, well, we're gonna explore from bottom to top, I guess. Loaf. Loaf says that it is a beautiful day outside. Loaf may take a swim in the river after dinner. Loaf enjoys cool water. I guess this house belongs to a family of electric types. They're nice enough, but the father is pretty standoffish. My sweet boy is out playing with his friends right now. Commentra. That little group makes a wonderful bunch, don't you think? I'm glad he is able to get along with them. And Dan. What do you want to do today, Dan? I don't know. What do you want to do today, D? I don't know. What do you... Alright. Would you two stop? We've been here for hours already trying to figure out what we're doing, and now is the day's... English, now the day's almost over. Can't you two just pick something, please? But I just want to know what Dan wants to do today. And I just want to know what D wants to do today. Alright. Poor thing. Poor Relic. Maris. D and Dan are still out there trying to figure out what their plans for the day. Those kids of mine. They're sweet, but they're not the brightest. I wonder where they got it from. The missing father, I guess? I'm gonna throw chilling here. Okay, I tend to accidentally speak to Vulpix. Ah, this is my favorite place to snooze. Understandable. What do we have here? It's always a nice break when Timmy goes down for his nap. I finally have some time for myself. I think I'll catch up on some reading. Hey, what are you two doing over there? Timmy is down for his nap. Please don't wake him up. Aww. That's so sad. I wanted to wake him up. Bogen. Okay. I've been hearing that more and more of these mystery dungeons have been popping up as late. The strange thing is, nobody seems to know the actual reason why I've been appearing more. It seems as though the world is becoming a progressively more dangerous place by the day. These are scary times to live in. Yeah, not the greatest, I guess. What do we have here? Passerby. I'm passing through this area and decided to rest for a while at the inn here. I've heard great things about the Mitano Inn from the other travels. I hope... Oh, it's an inn, I guess, right? Papa. How are you all? Welcome to the Mitano Inn. Can I get you all a couple of beds for the evening? What's that? You all live in a guild? Well, you're all still welcome here anytime you like. Don't, English. This thing is this whole map is huge. Oh, we actually haven't... Oh my god, that's actually really huge. Hey Vulpix, how's it going? I heard the good news. Congratulations on getting into the guild to the both of you. Thanks, Bria, I'm very excited about it. I'm excited for you too. A presentation of the guild is a wonderful opportunity. Good luck with your future adventures. Be sure to tell me all about them. Okay, firstly I'm gonna finish off this left part of town. Lavran. I tell ya, that's gotta be real rough for your daughter. After, well, you know... And now she's having trouble with mother. Rulux. It doesn't matter what happened. If a son acts like that towards her, that's her own fault. I don't think that it's that simple in this case, mate. I guess. Allow one inner peace while meditation and self-reflective arcade. This lesson to my daughter I teach, but with it she has struggled. Okay. I wish Naba didn't have to do any of his chores. He's had to do a lot of chores lately. We didn't get to play as much as we used to. She appears to have fallen asleep while meditating. Understandable. Stupid chores. I hate collecting firewood. This stinks. If I was big and grown up, I wouldn't have to do any of these stupid chores anymore. That son of mine. I love him to pieces, but he's been hard to handle lately. I don't know what to do with him. Well, I am not a parent, so I have no idea. So I guess we don't go here. That's this part done of the town. What, can I go up here? I can. Tweet. This here is the famous Metana wishing well. They say that you throw in a poke and make a wish. It comes true every time. But I'm starting to think I was fed a fib. I've been here all day throwing poke in and nothing's happened. Where's my big castle with a huge moat? Am I doing something wrong? I don't know. Dot here. Are you two an adventuring team? Lame. Wow, are you too adventurous? That's so... adventurous? That's, stupid. Alright. What do we have here? Sunflora? Seal. Visitors, thanks for dropping by. But I prefer to be alone, sorry. I guess, okay. Hey, hope your first day was great. Me and Gunlon are resting here after catching the day's baddies. Huh? The cafe is closed? Oh, I won't have my precious smoothie today. Apparently the cafe is closed for a few days. We came here all this way from out of town for nothing then, I guess. A post office. We're still getting things set up here, alright. And this path also leads out of town. I think that was all of town then. This place is absolutely massive compared to what's possible in the actual NDS game. That's amazing. Okay. Looks like a few other guild members are waiting around here for dinner. Everyone, your attention please. My latest work of art is ready for the public. Follow me for the viewing, if you would. Huh? Work of art? What's going on? That's just how Coco lets everyone know it's dinner time. She's very prideful when it comes to her cooking. She considers each meal she makes a work of art. No, that's a bit odd, but I guess I understand now. Well, in that case, let's eat. Great meal as always, Coco. I can't eat another bite. Yeah, my stomach's full, is so full of art, you could call it a museum. It's getting late, time to hit the... Hey, good night everyone. Gordon, you still up? Today wasn't as exciting as I would have liked, but I guess we have to start somewhere. We did get to learn a lot from Sensei Lotus though. I hope she can teach us more. We need to learn and train as much as we can if we want to become a great adventurer someday. Well, staying up all night isn't going to help with that. Let's get some rest. Here's hoping tomorrow for another great day. Good night. The next morning. Good morning, sleepyheads. It's a bright new day. Good morning, Nagwillian. Alright. Let's look what today is in store for us. Ah, Team Rayaza. Please follow me, I will show you to your assignment for today. This here is the job bulletin board. Requests from Pokemon from all over are posted here daily. These requests can include tasks such as rescuing client escort and item retrieval. You should know that almost all job bulletin board tasks take place within mystery dungeons. In case you are unaware, mystery dungeons are special places that change each time you enter. He said almost all. Well, does that mean we're going to get town quests? Would be pretty interesting actually. The layout, items you find, and opponents you face differ each time you explore. They truly are wondrous locations to adventure in. But as fantastical as they are also dangerous. Should either one of you be defeated in a dungeon, you will both be expelled from the dungeon. Furthermore, you will lose all the money you are carrying and any items in your treasure bag. Some items, such as the Synergy Scarves, the Guildmaster gave you, are special and cannot be lost. Be sure to visit the proper facilities in town to safeguard any possessions you can't bear to lose. Is that all clear to you? Well, that's a lot to take in, but I'm sure we'll manage to remember all of that. Very good. Now, for your task today, I shall choose a job from the job board for you to undertake. Since you're just beginners, let's select a simple task from the board. Let's see here. Oh. Excuse me, you work for the guild, right? You're that Phileas fellow, aren't you? Oh, apologies, I did not notice you there at first. Yes, I am Phileas. What business do you have with the guild? I need help. Nubba, my precious baby boy, he's gone missing. Your son has gone missing, are you sure? Yes, he was in bed when I went to sleep last night, but when I woke up this morning, he was nowhere to be seen. I went all over town and asked anyone if they had seen him. Nobody has spotted him since yesterday. What if something happened to my baby boy? I don't think I'd be able to forgive myself. I'm sure nothing of the sort has happened to him. Perhaps he just wandered off. If he were to wander off, do you have any idea where he might go? No, he's never done something like this before. Oh, where could he be? This is the mother who was arguing with her son in the town yesterday. He seemed pretty upset afterwards, and now he's gone missing. Wait, that's it? That fight must be the cause of his disappearance. Huh? Do I think that he may have run away? It's possible we had an argument last evening and he was very upset. What was the argument about? He hadn't done his chores yet and it was starting to get late, so I told him to stop playing with his friend and to go gather firewood for the fireplace. He refused, so I threatened to take away his dinner if he didn't do his chores. He told me that he wished he was grown up so he wouldn't have to listen to me. Then he ran home and collected some wood outside our home. I thought that would have been the end of it, but I guess he ran off after I fell asleep. Oh, Nabur. Did you say he wanted to be a grown-up? Yes, but I don't see how that's important. If he wanted to be grown-up, I believe he may have run off towards Luminous Spring. Oh, that might be it. The Luminous Spring is just to the north of town. He could easily have gone there. Luminous Spring? Luminous Spring is the source of all the illumined river, the river that runs through this very town. It is also the place that Pokemon go to evolve. If Naba wanted to grow up, evolving is, in a way, one way to do so. Though I doubt he actually meets the requirements to do evolve. The problem now is that the Luminous Spring is located at the end of Illumined Riverbed, a mystery dungeon. He's saying my baby's in a place as dangerous as a mystery dungeon? Potentially. We will have to organize a team to go and search for him. However, I fear that all of our experienced apprentices are already out on their tasks for the day. Which means that we have nobody available to go on such a search. We'll do it. We can rescue Naba. You two are too inexperienced for such an undertaking. I would prefer we get a more practice team. Come on. We need to find Nabor before anything happens to him. And you said it yourself, nobody else is available right now for the job. Plus, this illuminated riverbed is close to town. It can't be that dangerous. I know Argonian and I can do it. Right, Argonian? Yes. See, we can do this. Please, just give us this chance and we will rescue Nabor. Very well. Really? Yes. There are no other options, and on second consideration, this seems like a job that you could handle. As such, in lieu of taking a mission from the job bulletin board, I will entrust the task of searching illuminated riverbeds for Naba to the two of you. You two will go looking for my baby? Thank you. Of course, we won't let you down. You should get started on your search immediately. As I said earlier, Luminous Riverbed is located to the north of town. You should prepare yourselves with the proper facilities in town, then head north to search for Nubber. If you manage to find him, please bring him back to town immediately. Got it, we'll get right to it then. Let's go! So, to the north of town it said. I did not want to go inside. North of town should be here, shouldn't it? Gonna quickly save. This is the way towards the Luminous Riverbed. Let's go. Can do this. Oi. I think the dungeon entrance is ahead, just over this stretch of river. Phileas said that Nubber probably headed for Luminous Springs at the end of the dungeon. We should aim to get to Luminous Spring as fast as possible so we can find him. We can't let Dotra and Nubber down. Let's do our best, Argonia. Alright. Illumined Riverbed. Alright. Water types. Well, I should probably give the synergy scarves to these two. 3 damage. Okay. Ember does actually deal quite a good amount of damage. Yo, and that does as well. You know what, gonna make my life a bit easy, gonna wish really quick. Okay. Heal is there. Nice. Oh man, accuracy drops. Oh. Well, looks like I have completely missed the dungeon. Not the dungeon, the stairs, I mean. Okay, gonna head back down here then. Good. That's just absolutely my stair luck. Oh, and the tail slap is actually kind of strong. Can I attack with them through? Nice, I can. Okay, but there are little things like that that turn out to be quite annoying after time, and... Wait. Oh, I can just walk on water. Alright. No idea that is supposed to be this way, but I guess... I can't walk on this water though. Ah, nah, it's because I became water type from this thing. Makes sense. Okay, both of them are now in ember range. Good. Okay, no PP left for Ember. And level 10, nice. But I really have to say, my luck with the stairs is absolutely horrible. Ice Shard is also out of power points. I mean, I have actually no idea how long that dungeon is. I've heard they're somewhat long compared to the like NDS early game. But I guess we'll have to see with that. Talking baby doll eyes. I guess not, no. And the amount of scratches. Ah, that's also not good. I'm just going to ignore that thing. Move past it. Yeah. Then just use the wish here. Spam more tail whip. 23 damage, yeah, that's good. Okay, at least tail slap still works. We get at least one leper berry here. Okay, and I have to kind of take a look a bit on the HP of Vulpix. Oh, and that is not good. Okay. Now we are in range for everything. And since we're water type now, we don't have to use walls. I'm immobilized, alright. Gonna wish real quick to not die. Alright. Actually gonna go ahead and get that thing out of here, kinda. Okay, no longer immobilized. So I can actually fight back. Or at least finally Musclap ran out of power points. Okay, maybe we have path ones. Come on, could you please stop doing that shit? I would love if he would make us watertight, but he does not, unfortunately. Okay, I guess dungeon is gonna be like 10 floors long. Come on. I think I can give a level berry to Vulpix. Oh, I can't. Yeah, right, I'm asleep. Okay, game. Could you like... let me move? Alright. Like I said, I'm gonna give a level berry to Obelisk. And now we can actually ignore water again. Or I can, the Vulpix can't. Interesting. Again, I have actually no idea what is wrong with that thing down there. I really do not know, but it follows me. Yeah. I don't know. You know, I'm just going to walk down here, make it quick. Not gonna take long detours. Alright, not good, but stairs. Floor 8. I genuinely do not understand what is wrong with this AI from Psyduck. I mean, I guess it's supposed, but still. Okay, now I think Howl is not that useful here. Alright, man is back to spamming Hypnosis. And Tail Slap as a move is pretty nice. Alright. And we got through. Luminous Spring. We've made it pretty far. Do you think we've made it to Luminous Spring? If this is Luminous Spring, then where could Nava be? Oh, Argonian, look over there. Mama. I never should have run away. Look, there he is. It's Nubba. Nubba, there you are. We found him, Halcyon. Huh? Who are you guys? Please don't hurt me. Whoa, we're not going to hurt you. We wouldn't dream of it. We are Team Arayaza. We're an adventuring team and we're here to rescue you. You're an adventuring team? Yep. We're to bring you back to Metano Town. I was starting to think I'd be stuck here forever. Before we leave, Nubba, can you tell us how you wound up out here? Well, my mom is always trying to boss me around. She always has me doing all sorts of boring and tiring chores. I thought that if I was grown up and she couldn't tell me what to, then she couldn't tell me what to do. So I snuck out of the house while she was sleeping and came here so I could evolve, but this stupid spring doesn't even work. I did all this for nothing. The spring doesn't work? What do you mean? Well, you're supposed to stand under the light in the spring, then you hear a voice and get evolved. But when I stand under the light, nothing happens. I don't even hear a voice. That is odd. Let me give it a try. Maybe it'll work for me. I guess you may as well give it a shot. Like this, right? Nothing's happening. I don't hear a voice either. Guess it doesn't work for me. Argonian, why don't you give it a try? I just stand here then? This is pretty weird. I'm feeling something strange. Could it be however this evolution thing is supposed to feel? No, it can't be. I felt this way before, but where? Oh, that's right. I felt this way back in Relic Forest, when I touched that stone tablet. Something feels different this time though. It's making me a bit nauseous actually. Is there something wrong with the spring? Nothing's happening for you too, Argonian, huh? It's a bit concerning that the spring doesn't seem to be working. We should probably let Phileas know about this when we get back. Nubba, are you ready to go home? Your poor mom is worried sick about you. Oh, my poor mom. I probably made her so worried about me. Yes, please take me home. I want to see my mom again. Nubba, my baby, you're back safe and sound. I was so scared I was going to lose you. Oh, I was afraid I was going to be stuck there forever. I never should have run away. I'm sorry. I'm sorry too, sweetie. I know it's been hard now that I need you to do more around the house. But all that matters now, though, is that you're safe. Just promise me that you'll never do something like this again. I promise. I don't think I can ever thank you two enough for returning my baby boy to me. Don't worry about it. That's what we're here for. Don't be so modest. Please take this as a thanks for bringing him home. A red gummy, that is great. A clear gummy. And 350 poke. Whoa, you're giving us all this? Are you sure? As sure as can be. You saved my baby boy after all. He's worth everything to me. Wow, thank you so much. Of course, and again, thank you so much. Come on, sweetie, let's go home and have dinner. Hooray, dinner! I'm starving. We really did it, Argonian. Indeed, you did. Well done, Team Arayaza. You did an excellent job bringing Nubba back to his mother. To think that he was naive enough to think he was ready for evolution. That reminds me, Phileas... Yes, what is it? The spring. Does it still do anything if you're not ready for evolution? Indeed it does. It would let you know that you do not meet the requirements for evolution. That is strange, because the spring wasn't doing anything at all for any of us. What do you mean by it did nothing? Well, Nubba, Argonian and I all tried standing in the light of the spring, but no matter who tried, nothing happened. We didn't hear a voice or anything. Is something wrong with the spring? No. It is nothing to be concerned about. The spring has been known to do this before. Okay, that's good to hear. I was worried for a bit there. I still can't shake this feeling that something was terribly off back at the spring. But Phileas is telling us not to worry about it, so maybe it's not a big deal. You two should head upstairs. Dinner should be ready any moment. I will be up shortly. Sounds like Argonian can't wait. Come on, Argonian, let's go eat some dinner before your stomach barked at us again. Well, he's definitely hiding something. Argonian, wasn't today great? I'm so happy with how the day turned out. Our first job as an adventuring team was a total success. Dotra looked so relieved to have her son returned to her. The reward she gave us was nice, but I'm just happy we were able to help them out. I'm glad we were able to help them too. I feel like some kind of hero. Helping Pokemon in need is really fulfilling. I hope Vulpix and I can keep doing it. What happened at the spring was pretty weird though. I wonder why it wasn't working. Phileas said not to worry about it though, so I guess it's not a big deal. He did say not to worry, but I can't stop thinking about that strange feeling I had at the spring. It was sickening, but so familiar to how I felt in Relic Forest. Could those two places be connected? Huh? Do I know if Luminous Spring is related at all to Relic Forest? I wouldn't know. Why do you ask? The light of the spring made you feel like you did when you touched the tablet in Relic Forest? But this time you also felt sick. That does seem like something significant. Maybe the two places are connected somehow. But a vague feeling isn't a lot to go off right now, though. We aren't even sure what the feeling is meant back in Relic Forest. That is true. I could be looking for a meaning where there is none. It's hard to tell given my whole situation. I think we need something more concrete before we jump to any conclusions. For now, I think we shouldn't worry about it. I'm sure Phileas knows what he's talking about. Let's stick to our guild training so we can keep helping Pokemon out like we did today. I'm feeling sleepy. Let's go get some rest so we can make tomorrow just as great as today. Good night, Dargunin. Guildmaster. Oh, howdy Phileas. I didn't notice you come in. What's up? I was about to get ready for bed. I was just finishing up in here. There's something I wanted to bring to your attention as soon as I could, Guildmaster. The new recruits. You are aware of their successful mission today, correct? Arunian and Vulpix? Yep, they were raving about it at dinner. They were pretty ecstatic about their first completed job. Good on them. They're showing good potential, don't you think? Indeed they are. However, their accomplishment today is not what I wanted to discuss. What did you want to discuss exactly then? While Team Rayaza was rescuing the young Numel today, they made a discovery. Luminous Spring no longer appears to be functioning. What? Are you serious? I'm afraid so, Guildmaster. I have not been able to confirm this myself yet, but I believe we should take their claim at face value. Do you think that there could be an issue with the... I hope not, but it's possible. There's no way to tell for sure. What should we do, Guildmaster? For right now, I don't think there's anything we can do. The spring issue may be an isolated incident for all we know. We keep an eye out for other bad omens, and from there we see what sort of options we have. Let's just hope the spring issue isn't a sign of worse to come. Thus ends chapter 2, and thus ends the demo. Thank you for playing. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. I did. This is actually a very good game with very nice artwork, very nice story. Let me know if you found any bugs, what you enjoyed, what you didn't like. Well, like I already said, the artwork is great. The the story definitely is very interesting. I definitely want to see more of that. And there isn't really stuff that I, per se, didn't like. But yeah, your feedback is invaluable to improving Palika. I'll be setting plot flags for chapter 3 now, none of which is scripted out. Things may be unstable in this state as nothing is really properly programmed out for chapter 3, but it's better than being stuck in a black screen, right? Alright, returning control now. Well, I'm gonna go save and quit here. And since this is the end of this beautiful game, for now at least, I hope there's more to come, this is also the end of this video. And, well, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And until next time, I wish you a great day, night, evening, whatever, and bye.